what's up? I hope everyone is doing well. Today I'm going to be giving a lesson on kitchen management, and what greater thing to learn than cooking while camping. Let's dive right into it. The first thing that we're going to talk about is kitchen placement. So I have this great illustration that I think we looked at in class, one of the PowerPoints Kelly showed us. And this is a great picture on where to, set up your kitchen area. Something that's really important to note is that you want to make sure that your kitchen area is 200 feet downwards from the wind, wherever your sleeping area is. And this is because you don't want those crazy bears digging in your food, and you don't want them smelling it. So this way, when you're cooking, the smells from your delicious food that I know you all can make is going away from your tent, so the bears won't be coming towards it. Something else to note is that if you can, you want to try and look for areas that offer good views or where the sun is coming up in the end. This is just a good way to wake you up in the morning, inspire you for the day. Nothing is better than cooking up some oatmeal while you're looking at a beautiful mountain to just get you pumped for your hiking day. Some safety tips about your kitchen area is that you want to make sure that no one is walking through or reaching near your fire or stove. There's no horseplay, there's no craziness going around when there's an open flame and you're surrounded by trees and grass. You want to also make sure that your cooking area is free from any natural hazards or anything that might poke you or trip you and cause you to fall into the fire. And second, you want to make sure that your stove has been filled and that the fuel bottle is closed securely and removed from the cooking area. Let's talk about equipment and setup use. Before you set out on your adventure, you want to determine if you're going to be backpacking or car camping. So for car camping, it really doesn't matter the size of your pots, how many pots you bring, because you can just put all those pots into your car. But for backpacking, you are going to have to be a lot more selective in your choices of kitchen equipment, because you don't want to be hauling around a crock pot in the back of your backpack while you're going up 12,000 feet. Today, I want to dive into talking about equipment use for backpacking. And the best advice that I can give is that you want to make sure that you figure out exactly what you're going to cook and bring equipment solely for the meals that you will be cooking. This way you don't bring any extra equipment in and you're not hauling around extra stuff that you never even use. First, let's talk about pots. It's best to bring at least 2 different pots. And this kind of depends on the size of your group. So 1 to 2 people, you would want a 1.5 and a 2.5 liter pot. For groups of 6, you might want a 2 liter and a 3 liter pot. You want to make sure that your pots have lids on them. This is just important for spilling, and sometimes you can stack multiple pots into one big one. Stainless steel is going to weigh more in your bag, but it will last longer. And titanium is lighter than steel and just as durable, although it tends to be more on the expensive side. But as many of our fellow backpackers say, titanium is worth it to go for the more expensive one. Some other utensils that you might want to bring are some reusable and plastic spoons and spatulas. We've got a nice little spatula right here. This is just one for the kitchen, but I actually think this is a good one to bring while camping. It's pretty small, so this is good, while making your meals with. Bring some kind of bowl. This is just a household bowl, but you can buy collapsible bowls, small bowls, big. They come in all different sizes, great colors, and they're easy, lightweight to take with you. Next, you're gonna wanna bring some sort of cup, especially with a lid on it. This is great for coffee, soup, oatmeal. Pretty lightweight too, and again, they come in all different kinds of sizes. Next, it would be great for you to bring some sort of food bag, storage bags, and this is for you to just keep your food in while you're camping. Another great tip is that you want to make sure that you're sterilizing all of your cooking and eating utensils before using them. This just helps to minimize the chance of intestinal illness due to bacterial growth that may occur between uses, and we do not want any of that. It's also a good idea to use gloves or pot grips while handling hot items, and it just, again, it's just a good safety precaution to take. Next, we are going to be talking about stoves. Now, this is my favorite part because there's lots of different stoves to choose from. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Casey, what the heck am I supposed to do? There's so many stoves out there. Which one is the best one? Which one is good for car camping, backpacking? Well, I'm gonna tell you. There are 3 basic types of backpacking stoves. We've got liquid fuel, a compressed gas, and a canister. Most backpackers will either use liquid fuel or canisters. Let's talk a little bit about these guys. Right here, we've got your lovely canister, and over here, liquid fuel. For your canister, it's a little bit more convenient because it comes with pre-pressurized, pre-measured out amount of gas. Generally has lighter weight systems to go with them. And the burner and the pot is all included in them. This way you don't have to bring your own pot and a cup. And no primer is required, so you just light that up and you're ready to go, baby. The downside is that they are harder to recycle, and the fuel that they use isn't widely available as it is in other countries or markets. So for our liquid gas, this one is a refillable bottle. It's eco-friendly, great for high elevations and colder temperatures. Multiple types of fuel can be used for them, but the downside is that they are a little bit heavier, they're bulkier, and they can be very, very loud. But you can preset the amount of fuel on them, so that way when you're about to go out, you don't bring an extra amount of fuel. But what really comes down to these different types of stoves, a canister or liquid fuel, is just know where you're going and what you're doing. Canister is great for those quick overnight camping trips, car camping, and liquid fuel is great for those high elevation, it's gonna be cold at night or might be super hot backpacking trips. Some stove safety guidelines is make sure you know how to operate the stove before you light it. Make sure your stove has enough fuel before you light it. And when cooking, operate from the side where the on and off control is. So you're probably thinking, Casey, what do I do if my stove catches on fire? Well, the first thing you wanna do, back away slowly. One of the best methods to take after that is putting water on it, putting sand, or dumping dirt on it. You can also try tossing an empty pot over the stove just to get rid of the amount of oxygen that's in there. So that is all that I've got for you guys. I hope everyone is doing well, and stay safe, wash your hands, and enjoy the great outdoors from a safe distance from other people.